Today on Made in SA, we meet a real champ, Nokuthula Radebe. No, really, she's a South African motocross champion. Move over, boys. This girl is it. Her dream is to open her own motocross academy in Soweto to give young people a crack at this exciting sport. Now that's what I'm talking about. Made in SA is right there behind her, because we just love passionate people who follow their dreams. We've decided to give her the experience of a lifetime by teaming up with big brains behind Motorcross SA. If Nokuthula wants that dream, she's going to need to understand the business. Is her love and passion for this extreme sport enough? Or will she decide she prefers the open road and flying solo? This is Made in SA, where we celebrate young people with vision and talent and help them on the road to living their dream.
My name is Nokuthula Radebe. I live in Pretoria in Soweto, and my dream is to open a motocross riding and racing academy in Soweto. I live with both my parents, Uveli Notogo, and my three brothers, Mangoba, Osasa, Debo. My mom means a lot to me. I think that she's the reason that I'm the way that I am. I think that she is probably the greatest woman to walk the earth. If I become half the mother that she is one day, then I'll be happy.
Mama ko honye nokuthi umthengile isithuthuthi that is why lo mntwana esenje yebo uma bahambile bayele ko Haranku abangabuyi babuya late uyakhona ukuthi
my bike, my day job, my dad, he's not so outspoken. He doesn't talk much, but we get each other. He's very supportive. I have a 16-year-old brother called Mangoba, and he's like me. I don't know if I can say in a good way, because I think things and he goes and he does them, and that's just not right.
We have our ups and downs. We sometimes fight and argue, but yet we're still good friends. I chat with her with anything I want to.
Hey, what's a biker doing in the kitchen? Nokuthula!
I love baking. Okay, we're making marshmallow frosting.
Okay then, let's do that.
No, I think all of us somewhere deep down inside we love food, but I just think that at some point each of us need to invest a little bit more time in food.
Yummy!
We get to serve the cake. I think that baking relaxes me because of the aromas. Just like other people find relaxation in going into a bath with some oils and all of that, I find it in the kitchen when there's something cooking on the stove or baking in the oven.
It's so nice.
Sugar and spice and greasy dirt bikes. That's what Nokuthula's made of.
She'll always, go to the gym, come back, do her studies. You'll even forget that she is in the house. At times when I come late from work, I don't even see her. I might see her maybe Saturday morning. That pick me up, take me to the gym.
The reason why I like going to the gym is because it's part of the 90%. In racing, you have the 90% and the 10%. The 90% is all the hard work, the physical, the mental, the emotional preparation. And then the 10% is what you get on race day, which is the fun. Now, without the 90%, you can't have the 10% during a race. So you need to go to the gym, you need to get your fitness levels up, and when your fitness levels are up, your confidence is up too, and that means that you are prepared for the race.
Okay, time to strut your stuff, girlfriend. Let's get down and dirty on the track. Is that you, Nokuthula? Cool! So tell us, how did it all start?
My motocross training started this year with Neil van der Ross. I found him through Googling black women in motorsport South Africa, and so I contacted him, and a week later he scheduled that we have a rider's assessment, and we did, and it went well. It took him a couple of months to pull things together, but it happened, and I got a couple of people backing me and getting me into the whole race scene.
Just move your weight back, lean back, so that that front just skims the top of those whoops. Okay.
Great advice, Neil. Practice makes perfect. Off you go, Missy. One more time.
Tuli started racing only at the beginning of this year, and it takes many years to gain experience in the sport of motocross.
She only started, I would say, 2 years ago. She's already at the teen age already. But yeah, it's never too late for her, looking at her commitment and all that.
Motocross is a sport that originated way back in the 50s and in the 60s. It was guys basically riding old types of road bikes that they eventually converted to dirt bikes by putting knobblies on them and giving them more suspension.
These bikes are very durable. Most road bikes aren't. You can crash this bike and pick it up and ride on. Most road bikes, you can't do that after most crashes.
Thanks for warning us. Please don't demonstrate.
This sport has no mercy. If you fall, many people when they fall, they don't come back. You'll either break something or fracture something. So you need to have the heart. Your heart needs to be here for you to do this. You can't do this if you just want to do it just J. For us ladies, I think that we find it a bit harder to do what the guys do, because I think as much as we'd like to argue that boys and girls are equal, that's really not true in a physical sense. Guys are strong, we've got different bodies and we handle this terrain differently. So I think that the ladies that race really are a special breed, and I'm really glad that we're on a rise.
For her to follow her dream, it will make her grow in a way. I think we need not channel our kids to go to a certain direction.
I know that there are many ladies, black ladies, that really want to get into the whole racing scene, but the resources just aren't there.
People around don't believe in us. They think she's in dreamland. So I want to prove them wrong, that my sister is the best.
It's not because they don't want to, right? It's because they just don't have the resources and they don't know how to go about it.
So that's Nokutula's dream in a nutshell. Open a motocross academy to develop black female riders. Coming up on Made in SA, Nokutula meets her Made in SA coach.
You just saved yourself a couple of bucks there.
But she learns it's not always as easy as it seems.
I thought I'm gonna struggle like this when I get to the money part.
See you after the break. Welcome back to Made in SA, the show that keeps it real. Today we are spending time with Nokutula from Soweto. She's a motocross champion and she certainly knows her stuff. Her dream is to open a motocross academy for young people. That's a seriously big dream, and Made in SA just loves people who dream big. So we got a hold of a few friends to pull a few strings. That's how we roll on Made in SA.
Today is the day of my challenge, and when I woke up this morning, I was feeling fresh because I got enough sleep, and I was feeling extremely nervous, but at the same time very excited because I know that I'm gonna have a lot of fun today.
Meet Nalina, Nokutula's Made in SA coach. Nalina is a motocross champion herself, as well as a founding member of Motorcross SA. She's their national operations manager. Oh, that's a fancy title for someone who organizes motocross events.
My name is Melina Brandt. I wear various hats depending on who I visit on what day. In the motocross industry, first and foremost, I'm a motocross rider myself. I started riding in 2007.
So, what do you like about motocross, Nalina?
Yeah, what don't I love about it? It's just such a thrilling sport. It's just such an energy rush that you can't explain it to anybody. It's so dangerous on the other hand, but once the bug has bitten you, it just won't let go. Nokutula, welcome. I'm Nalina.
Hi Nalina, nice to meet you.
Yes, please have a seat. It was Academy in Soweto. That's exciting news. Are you ready for your challenge for today?
Yes, definitely.
The Motorcross is a company that's very much involved in organizing events in the motocross industry. And with you and your dream of opening a motocross academy in Soweto, events were going to form a very much a central part of your business. So as your challenge, we're going to teach you how to put an event together with everything involved, from designing the ads to sending out the invites, building a database of customers. So how does that sound for you?
That sounds fun. That sounds fun.
Okay, ladies, let's get to it.
My impression of my maiden SA coach was really cool. I think that the fact that she rides makes it easier for me to talk to her, because she's not only doing all the talking, she's also an MX racer.
Nokutula is very much an ambitious young lady. She's got a long road ahead of her in terms of reaching her goal, but it's something I think that's possible. It's going to be a lot of hard work for her, but yes, I like her. Have a seat there in the corner. I prepared a workstation for you for today.
What? A desk? Work? Girl, you up for this?
So how does this feel, being in an office environment?
Feels weird from being on top of a bike.
Tell me about, okay, obviously I told you we're going to put an event together.
Yep.
So you've attended some of the women's training days.
Yes.
So when you put an event together, when it's your job, what is the most important thing you think is the first thing that you need to do?
I'd say planning.
What kind of planning?
You need to establish where you want the training to be.
Okay, let's stop there. Venue. So that was actually point number one. So that's good thinking, you know, in terms of a venue. Are you familiar with the venues around Johannesburg?
Yes, I know Chris Boshoff. I know that he's the person that manages both the tracks.
When you do anything in life, it's obviously always easier starting off with people that you know. You know, if you got to go to a new venue, you don't know the venue, you don't know the owner, the likelihood of you securing that venue is going to be substantially less than somebody that you already know. Okay, Nokutula, we're going to phone Chris now.
Okay. As far as pricing is concerned, how much do you usually charge for the ladies? I was nervous, but I think I was excited at the same time, because I know Chris. He sponsors my club membership at Dirt Bronco, so I was a bit confident about sealing that deal. It was negotiating the costs was very interesting. Do you think that we can negotiate the overall price, maybe to 80 Rand per person? From everything? To 80 Rand? Okay, thank you. I really had to pull a string or two there for him to agree to come on board with the price that I had in mind. Enjoy your day. Okay, bye.
So, Nokutula, you've got a business head on your shoulders. Way to go, sister.
You just saved yourself a couple of bucks there.
$20, good cause.
So now it just all depends on how many trainers you're going to train.
When he agreed to come on board on our terms, it felt great. It gave me the sense that I was in control, and I like that feeling. I think I like the idea of having power.
Okay, so do you have any trainers in mind?
The second phone call I had to make was to Laren van der Westhuizen. He's a trainer, commentator, and he's also been into racing. I also know him, so I was also confident when I made the call to him, because he's a great guy.
I do have a fee that I charge. Are you prepared to negotiate with that?
We were actually hoping that you would do this from the goodness of your heart, because it's going to be for a good cause. It's all about development and getting as many ladies into the sport as possible. What do you think about that?
It's development training for ladies.
Yes.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Perhaps if you just send me an email with all the details.
And I did a bit of emotional blackmail on him, and he agreed to do the training for free, and also try and organize 3 more trainers for us, because I already had 2 in mind.
We encouraged her to come up with the idea that we can invite ladies who don't have their own bikes. So think of in terms of a sponsor who you can contact for bikes, and let's invite a few ladies that don't have bikes. I have a meeting to attend, so I'm going to leave you with that. So prepare that document for me, and then prepare your notes, how you would present your whole venue, your whole event to a possible sponsor.
What I learned about this experience today was how to pull together a budget, how to put together a sponsorship letter. I'm trying to find something. I forgot to ask her which file. I get all these things I'm supposed to attach. So I'm making life really hard for myself. Now I must look through everything. But it's okay. Good thing we have the search option. I doubt I'm gonna struggle like this when I get to the money part.
Don't worry, Nokuthula. This is the part everyone hates, but you just gotta do it.
Okay, I can hear Nelina's feet. I think she's outside. Come in.
Hey, how are you doing,
Hello.
Nokuthula?
I'm doing good. Just
Finished
about
it?
done. Yes.
Okay. She came up with the concept of getting in contact with Honda South Africa and asking them through their training academy to be involved and bringing bikes as a sponsor on board. So yes, she basically did it with flying colours.
I've worked on objectives and return on investments and what we require from the sponsors.
Okay. We're going to take your presentation and your documentation. We're going to go to the big boys, so Honda South Africa. So you can expect some tough stuff from them, but just be comfortable and present your whole concept to them.
When Elena told me that I was going to do a presentation on my own to the sponsor, I actually thought that she was joking.
After the ad break, Nokuthula and Nelina visits one of the biggest motorbike manufacturers in the country to find out if they're prepared to sponsor bikes for her event. Will Nokuthula be able to pull it off?
Okay, what we're looking for is basically a minimum of 10 bikes.
Stay tuned to Made in SA. Welcome back to Made in SA, where we celebrate young people who are going after their dream. Today we're taking time out with Nokuthula, who is a loud and proud motocross champion. Her dream is to own her own motocross academy.
There are many ladies, black ladies, that really want to get into the whole racing scene, but the resources just aren't there.
We teamed her up with Nelina from Motorcross SA, who gave Nokuthula a challenge to organize an open day for young aspiring female motocross enthusiasts. And just before the ad break, Nelina told her that she has to present her plan to potential sponsors.
When Elena told me that I was going to do a presentation on my own to the sponsor, I actually thought that she was joking.
Let's see how she handles this meeting with the sponsors.
Well, and yourself?
Right, good to see you again.
Excellent. This is Nokuthula. Nokuthula, this is Dave Gunning.
How are you doing?
What I found most challenging about today was definitely the presentation, because this guy, I didn't know him. His name is Dave Gunning. He's the PR manager at Honda SA. So I didn't know him. I've never spoken to him over the phone or via email, so it was my first encounter with him. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what type of questions he was going to ask. And you know, the worst thing about going to a meeting is not knowing what to expect. But the best thing about it is knowing that you went there prepared.
Thank you very much for meeting.
And you certainly know your stuff, Nokuthula, and we know how much you've prepared. But be warned, sponsors are a hard sell. Will your arrow hit the mark?
The ladies that you're going to be introducing to this, are these going to be first-time motorcycle riders, somebody that's never had experience on motorcycles before, and you're going to be running this?
Yes. We're not just looking at ladies who are first-time riders, we're also looking for ladies who can ride but just don't have the bike, because our greatest concern here is resources.
What are we looking at here? We need to sort of know our involvement and our commitment, what level of commitment we're going to be in on this.
Okay, what we're looking for is basically a minimum of 10 bikes.
Okay.
That's okay with you?
What size motorcycles are you looking at, by the way?
We're looking at
I would suggest anything from sort of maybe a 125 up to about a 230 or 250.
I think I handled the questions that he asked me quite well, because he was asking me about things that I knew about, things that were concerning the program, and practical things at that, things that I've bear in mind already while I was busy planning the whole presentation.
I think Nokuthula handled the questions really, really well. There was obviously a couple of curveballs we like to sort of throw in there, but in general, she came across confident. She had Nokuthula had her business plan there. She stuck to that format, which was a working format. Okay, 100%.
Is there anything, Nokuthula, that you wanted to mention that they haven't asked you?
You're going to get exposure, unlimited exposure. That's what we're willing to give you, and And I believe that you guys being on board is going to translate in future sales.
I'm going to have to obviously work through what this is going to cost us, our perspective on this, what we've got available in our fleet at the moment. If you can just wait outside for us for a little while, we'll run through this, and I'm sure we can come back with a positive answer for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That seemed to go okay. We'll just have to wait and see. In the big world of business, favors are few. The suspense is killing me. Is that your poker face, David? Or is that a smile?
We've looked at all aspects of the proposal. There was a couple of points, I think, in there that we looked at and maybe need a little bit of refining. Overall, I think we'd like to get involved with you on this venture. And here's to some future events. And congratulations, Nalina.
Thank you.
You guys are happy. And
Job well done.
we'll work out the final
Whoop,
details.
whoop, we knew you could do it. Thumbs up, Nokutula.
Nokutula needs to network a lot in the industry. So as she's met now the guys from Honda, she needs to build on that. She can't let it stagnate. She needs to ask them, who are the people in your organization or people that you partner with? Would it be possible for me to meet them through you? And that's really the best way that you can network.
And with Nokutula, I think the more she exposes herself to these type of situations and gets involved on a ground level, on a basis level there, I think her confidence will grow.
Nokutula's dream of opening a motocross academy in Soweto, I always tell people a good idea is only a dream if you don't have a plan. And she has a plan. So if she has a plan, she can reach her dreams.
After today, I really feel like I can do this regardless of how many rejections I get. I know that this is a dream worth pursuing, and there are people out there who believe in this vision that I have and who are willing to support it wholeheartedly.
Next week on Made in SA, we meet Ayanda. She describes herself as fun, creative, outgoing, hardworking, and very opinionated. Ayanda is a real mover and shaker. Her dream is to be the chief editor of her own magazine. The Made in SA team will rock her world by bringing her one step closer to her dream as she rolls with one of the hottest magazine editors. That's Made in SA.
Thank you.